farm friends. So today's the day. We're gonna take those two windows and we're going to shrink them into one window so that our wood stove can go in the corner over there and everything is gonna be to code. So we're gonna be doing a lot of videos here and there, kind of trying to explain the process to you. Just a reminder that we're using Pella windows and we're excited to get started. So we'll be right back. It's like Amityville Horror when you have to take those headers out. There are so many bugs. It's just, it's part of the construction process. Dan assures me that this is just kind of the way it is, and we live in a place where flies and bugs are pretty prevalent, so, but it still never ceases to just gross me out. So Dan removed the headers that our guys made last fall, and right now he's going to remove the nails. So you're gonna So one of the things that I wanted to share with you is sort of some of the neat stuff that I get to see with Dan working with tools. So there's this tool right here. This is called a square, and I'm sure if you're a construction carpenter, farmer, you know what this is called, but I just learned when I met Dan. And I thought all squares were equal, but that's not actually true. So this square was Dan's grandfather's square. His grandfather passed away when he was 10. And Dan was lucky enough to receive a couple of his tools that he actually learned on because his grandfather taught him when he was just a boy about construction and woodworking and just being sort of a handyman around the house. And so he uses this for just about every project we do. And he said that every time he uses his grandfather's square, it's never off, ever. It's never been off. So he takes very good care of this. He guards it with his life. It's always put away in a special place, in a protected place, and but he loves to use it. I think it's sort of one of those things where when you love something and you have something of someone that you love to use that thing when you do what you love. It's just kind of a neat thing.
Where's it made?
I'm going to assume this is made either in Canada or in the United States. I don't think so, honey. It's so old. This is like 100 years old. I don't even know if they were marking it back then. I mean, this is so old, folks. I don't even know if you can see it, but this is so old that it's discolored, and the discoloration looks like sawdust. Like
Stanley Handyman.
Oh, Stanley. So it was made in the United States then.
Yep. New Britain, Connecticut.
Yep.
Back when America was America.
That's right. Back when America Tools really meant something. So I don't know if you've noticed watching some of our videos, but we have 3 different tools that we like to use. We do use DeWalt. We use those in saws. We have a DeWalt saw, arm saw. Is that what that's called? A compound miter saw. I just call it an arm saw because that's what you use to put it down. And then we have a DeWalt,
We got tons of
like the what's that called? The Sawzall. So we have a DeWalt one of those, and then we have a Bostitch air compressor for Dan's nail gun, and the nail gun is also a Bostitch, but.
Bostitch, air tools, DeWalt corded tools, and then
So we have DeWalt corded tools, Bostitch air tools, but then about a year ago, Dan made the decision to move to Milwaukee, and that was made. So Milwaukee was selected because they have a large platform and the batteries that the tools use, so like, you know how when you have a drill, the drill has a battery? Well, the batteries that these tools use are interchangeable. So you could use a battery for your drill, and then you take the battery off and you go put it in your Sawzall and you use it in your Sawzall. And then you take the battery off and you go put it in your table, what are those things called? Like these saw things, what are those things called? Huh? Circular saw. You put it in your circular saw and the battery works. You can get a fan, a radio. They've got a really nice case that builds up and it builds on top of each other. Not to mention the reviews that Dan read on the Milwaukee saw were phenomenal. So we made that choice because we wanted a system that we could use for years to come, and we wouldn't have to keep buying parts to keep the system going. And it's working really well. We are really happy with our Milwaukee tools. Really, really happy. Hi friends, come with us to the hardware store. Well, we finished at the hardware store and we decided that we were kind of hungry, so we're gonna pop into our local little restaurant here and grab something to eat. I'm gonna give you a quick little tour of this place called Lakeview. Just filming the restaurant. Friends, we're calling it early a little bit today. Dan's got a bit of a headache. Welcome back, farm friends. What you're seeing here is Dan preparing to put the second panel in. It is the next morning. It's actually Sunday morning, and we're getting ready for a heck of a ride getting these two panels up and the window put in. Come along with us. I mentioned earlier that Dan purchased a new ladder last week, and I'm walking away so that you can kind of get a glimpse of it. So there it is, that stretch. It's a 40-foot ladder, so Dan's gonna be able to do a lot of the work around the house without even really having to go to its limits, not even close to its limits actually. Provides a much more stable platform for him to do the things like the Tyvek that you see in the back here. That's what we just finished doing. So that's our new addition. That's the new 40-foot ladder that he's going to use to finish up the soffits over here, so over there. And of course we'll use the smaller ladder to do those. So that was our new addition to the farm this past week. Well, friends, that wraps up another weekend. As you can see, we are 9/10 done with our windows. 9/10 because there's one more window that's going to go downstairs facing the south of the property, just to give Dan a little bit more light as the sun makes its way across the land. We definitely wished we could have had 2 windows back there, but this is going to make it so much easier for us with our wood stove. We won't have to worry about any violations, and I think it looks really beautiful. There is a lot of light up here. So we have the huge French doors, plus we have 9 windows. So there is definitely going to be a ton of natural light all day, every day. And we position the windows so that we can catch the light regardless of where the sun is in the sky. That was the idea, that we'd be able to catch as much light as possible. So it was a scary one. This window was a scary one because Dan had to use the new ladder, and I'm not a big fan of ladders. I don't like heights, so having Dan up on that ladder 20 feet in the air was a little alarming, but it's done and it looks fantastic and it's completely level. And so it's been a really great weekend. We hope you had a nice weekend wherever you are, and we're gonna see you soon right here at Farm in the Woods. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye.